Kirk here with Attack Gaming. We are with Shawn with KIXEYE, the creative director on TOME, Immortal Arena. We're here at PAX Prime 2014, and we're talking about TOME. You guys, this is kind of like your coming out party.
Yeah, totally.
It's not a lot of people have heard about TOME. I have. But you are at the Twitch booth, and you guys have a huge setup. So tell us a little about TOME and the excitement that's surrounding it here at PAX.
Yeah. It's been pretty crazy, I'll tell you that much. So TOME itself, TOME is, the best way to describe it, I think, is an arcade MOBA. What we have is I think we have a really good set of, a really good core experience when it comes to MOBAs. But we've made some decisions about getting rid of what we might consider to be the fat out of the game and just get right to the awesomeness. It's not fun running up and down a lane to get to a fight, right? Or having to like portal back and go heal up and then charge back out again. So what we do is we made some decisions about how the game goes, such as you can heal in lane. You take a step out of combat, and you start to regenerate. Once you're out of combat, you start to regenerate up. You can buy items in lane. All of these decisions allow us to focus on making the game much more accessible and often, frankly, with our 3v3 map, quick. Our average game length is about 15 minutes. Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, yeah, because, I mean, you guys are kind of carrying toward, it's not like super casual, but it is on a browser.
Yeah, exactly.
So you want those, we talked about it earlier, sometimes you go into the other guys' matches, and you have to be like, I need 45 minutes, I need an hour to play. This is like, it's quick, but it's fun. The action starts right away.
That's absolutely correct. I mean, as you mentioned and we talked about, it's in a browser. There is no download. From basically, hey, I just heard about TOME. Let me go check out TOME. 5 minutes later, you're playing. And that's really a driving principle about the game. We want it to be accessible, and we want it to be quick. And you know, this is, like you said, this is our coming out party. We've got the game to a point where we feel it's pretty comfortable to put it in front of the fans and really get a broad base, a good degree of their input. And so far it's been pretty good. Like the lines have been wrapping around the Twitch booth pretty constantly. It's kind of died down now because we're almost done, but the lines are still pretty thick.
Right, yeah, I was going to ask you, like, how are people are hearing about it for the first time, they're coming up, are they saying, like, what is TOME? Or they just see the line, like, yeah, I want to play that?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think some people see, you know, there's a lot of excitement. There are a number of people out there who know TOME. Like a lot of MOBA fans have been following us for some time. I mean, we've been in limited beta now for a good while. But now we're at the point where, like for this particular weekend, the beta wall is down. So anyone can go to the website, come and check it out. Once the beta wall goes back up, everyone's grandfathered in, and we're giving away. Orlan to everyone here at the show as one of our guardians, and we're giving away a special skin at the booth. So.
And that was that horse skin.
Yeah, that's right. That Diesel Orlan, Diesel Special. He's our corporate mascot. So. Yeah.
Nice. He was pretty cool.
Yeah. We typically don't have unicorns with magical flowing manes of hair and rainbows shooting out of them as a standard character in the game, but he's pretty cool. Yeah.
So you'd have like Dota players and League players, they're playing, what are they saying? Is it good for them, like if they just want a break from those games, or are they just like, dude, this is a sick game?
Yeah, so the feedback is actually both, right? It's the fact that there's depth to the game, but clearly, right? I mean, we don't have last hit, we don't have denial, so a lot of those elements make for a different kind of experience, but we really focus on that MOBA intensity. So they're like saying, oh yeah, this is action-packed, it's great. A lot of people who have a lot of investment in MOBAs, they'll say something like, I don't have to think that hard, and that's not bad, right? It's not horrible to come in and get an awesome, fun experience out of 15 minutes. Where we found a lot of awesomeness out of this, however, is a lot of newer players or players that aren't necessarily as strong when it comes to playing MOBAs can really wrap their minds around this particular game. It's there's this old adage in game design. It's like easy to learn, difficult to master. I mean, we have those elements in our game, but we're focusing those as opposed to here's a whole wide range of sometimes arcane and Byzantine pieces of knowledge that you have to have in order to play. Yeah.
And you guys do have like a nice tutorial for someone that is new to the MOBA experience.
Yeah. We've made a big investment on the tutorial. My experience has been, I've been doing this for 20 years, and you've got to teach people what your game is about. And the more you invest in that, the more people are going to stick around. In fact, they'll come to you as a resource for the genre. I mean, the tutorial is aimed at MOBAs in general. I mean, sure, we have specifics related to TOME, but new players can come in and go, like, how many times have you seen people just like basically rush a tower, right? They don't understand what's going on. We address that, and I mean, we address that and more in our tutorial, and we're building on that along the way. I mean, like you said, it's our coming out party, but there's a lot of work still going on into the game right now.
And you said right now you have 20 heroes?
22, yeah. We just released Tritus, so I think is our 22nd Guardian. I could be off by one, so I'm sorry.
We're close.
Yeah, we're close enough for government work. But our plan, we have about 7 or 8 other different Guardians at different stages of development, right? So we don't necessarily have a set trajectory as to what's your hard stop when it comes to Guardians. But I can tell you right now, having a whole plethora of Guardians makes things a little less accessible. So never say never, right? But I mean, I can't imagine us having 100 Guardians. I mean, to wrap your mind around. But we'll see where it goes. Provided that those Guardians, people can really have good access to it. Yeah, we might consider.
You don't want to start getting them where they're so similar that this one only has one different skill than this other one.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's just kind of a waste of development time at that point, right? And you're just like, oh, here's this Guardian, but instead of axes, he uses swords, and he's a little bit closer range. It's just not, it's not beneficial.
So tell everyone how they can play TOME, and yeah.
Sure. All right. A couple ways you can do it. If you happen to be coming to PAX, then you definitely will get all the information on how to do it. But right now for this weekend, you can go to www.KIXEYE.com, look for the TOME sign at KIXEYE.com, and go through there. Or you can go to TOME-Immortal-Arena.com and check us out there. And we'll be available all week and ish.
And you'll be playing in 5 minutes or less, guaranteed.
Yes.
For government work. Well, thank you, Shawn.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Yeah, of course.